Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing really great because this is a new dev stream. It's been a while since we had a dev stream, but this one is not live, so it's going to be a little different. We won't be able to discuss. If you do have any questions or want to discuss with me, go ahead and hit me up on Discord, on the Discord channel, so I will be happy to answer. This is not live because at the time of that you see this, I will be at Los Angeles at the Summer Games Festival with Manuel to present Aloft to a ton of people, which is really, really exciting. So this dev stream is for the new Steam Next Fest, event, and we will be having a new demo. So by the time you see this, I think the demo would have released yesterday. So some of you may already have tried it. If you have, then maybe this will be a nice, designer commentary on the whole new update. If you haven't, I highly recommend you do. And if you do, please leave a wish list. It really helps us. So there we go. We're aiming for about an hour. I will be walking through all the features of the new demo, trying to explain as much as possible what we can. And yeah, that's about it. All right. So let's create a new character. So first thing you'll notice is that we have some new UI. So we hired Betty, our UI artist, a few months ago, and she's been working on revamping all the UI. So we implemented some of it. It takes a long time, so you may see a few places where it was not implemented. And this is the look of it. So more light-hearted blue, sky cloud feeling, with some twirls and decorations on the sides. And one thing that's fun is we no longer have to click on the little arrow on the right to change the hairstyle. We can just scroll down and pick whichever is best. So for now, I'll just keep the random character I got, go confirm, and start the game. Create new map, and create a blank map. So one thing you will notice is that this says alpha demo. It's no longer pre-alpha, so we're comfortable saying it's officially an alpha now, with the early access being the beta version, and then on 1.0 release that will be gold version. So here we go. So you'll notice we spawn in a cave, so a little bit different. This is no longer the starting island you once knew, so we've changed the whole starting cluster. Something else you'll notice is that we have some new assets, so we seem to spawn amongst like a shipwreck, as if we fell through the sky through that hole and into here. So a lot of you were questioning, where we came from, what's our origins, or more about the world of Aloft. And this update features a lot of new assets and a lot of new storytelling devices to help you understand that without providing answers, at least not yet. So it's just a little hints. So here we go, walk through that. And we've had these assets for a while. They're really great, they're really cool. We just didn't want to show them until it was right, So here we go. All right, so we found a chest. Let's see what's inside. Cool, some clean water, some leaves. All right, fair enough. And we also have, we start with ragged pants and ragged shirts. So you'll know these are the basic clothes we've had for a while. And you can see them on that character right now. But now we have the opportunity to remove them, so we can just go around. If you feel like going like in any other survival game where you start with barely any clothes, then you can. Oh, sorry. Might want to drink some water here. I may drink some water along the stream. Apologies for the little pauses. All right, it's good for my throat. So, one reason we did this change is maybe because eventually, if you can remove some clothes, you can add some other clothes. So, we're introducing some new outfits to the game. I'm not sure, by the time of this recording, it's unclear if we'll have time to fully implement the clothing bench, the sewing table, I think it's called. If it is, then cool, you'll have access to that feature. If not, then next time. Apologies. So all right, I'll go back in first person. There we go. And I'll re-equip my clothing. A bit of dignity. So some debris I can gather amongst the shipwreck, some wood, but also a piece of paper. So this is a new resource. We haven't found it yet. So piece of paper is something that could prove useful when sketching out building ideas. So in this update, we've divided a bit how the progression works. So it used to be solely through the knowledge stones, and these stones you can interact with them, gives you something from the list, and then at some point you don't have anything else to learn. So we've changed it a bit because we were mixing like technologies and decorations and all kinds of stuff in the knowledge stones. Now knowledge stones are purely new text, stuff with new features in them. As for the all the decoration, the base building part, spiral stairs and cool new plant pots and stuff like that. These are unlocked through a different method that we'll see really soon, but that uses the piece of paper. So that's part of the new progression system. All right, so let's keep going. When we go out of this little cave here, we'll notice how beautiful the world is, but also how big this first island really is. So this is the biggest island we've done yet. It's the biggest. I'm running pretty low on frames, but don't worry, that's because I'm streaming as well. I'm on ultra settings, and we have a different cluster than what you will have in your version, where everything is a bit less optimized. So just for showcase purposes. Here we go. So it's pretty big. We've added a big meadow here, where it's multiplayer demo, at least for some time after release. So you will be able to build some houses and structures in the central area. So for now, I'll just go along and follow the path and go up the little hill here. And before I get to that knowledge stone, you'll notice that we have some new wood texture here. So the remnants of the past people are now weathered to look a bit old. So we think this adds a little bit of charm to it. All right, so jump challenge, and here we go. We can get our knowledge stone. These are pretty much unchanged. So I get the workbench, awesome, same as before, but there are less of them now. They're a bit more significant because they always give new features. All right. Something else you'll notice is that we have, new water texture. So before, the water was quite realistic. It was quite beautiful at times, but it did not fit, the artistic vision of the game. It was way too realistic. So now we changed it a bit to look a bit more, on par with everything else. And you'll notice that I get wet when I go into the water. We also have some VFX for running around, some sounds, splashing sounds. Isn't that fun? And also some new waterfall textures. So yeah, water has been a bit revamped. I do believe if I go underwater, I will get... this is not quite deep enough, but I'll get... Yeah, there we go. An underwater effect. Finally. So here we go. Oh, what's that? A little ladybug. Alright, so we'll discover together what the symbiosis system is, or I think it's called the ecosystem system now. But basically, this ladybug will be part of it eventually. Right now, in this version, the ladybug is just decorative. But yeah, cool. Little critter. Awesome. So, let's see. This is a cut tree. So someone was here before me. And actually, I can probably follow the trace to that little cabin here. Awesome. So you'll notice that we have some new assets here. So this is all the weather texture I was talking about. So it makes for a really great, like, old, destroyed, half destroyed cabin at least. And we have the table, little bench that you already saw in the last update. But also some weather technologies. So this is just to give some storytelling, So this person here was cutting down some trees. Oh, look at that. An axe. I can gather the axe. And now I have an axe. Awesome. I'll equip it. So this person was clearly, wood chopper. woodcutter. I don't know the exact name. They were, you know, cutting the wood down with a sawmill. But this is the weathered version, so it's not functional, so you don't unlock the technology yet. It's just for storytelling. And I can actually break it down and get some resources. All right, cool. If we step outside for a moment, you'll notice a few new assets. One of them being the massive elder trees. So these trees are really big. They are cool for a few different reasons. First off, is that they are, you know, they look good, but they can't be cut down. So they're too big to be cut down. A bit like, you know, you can't mine down a mountain. It's too big for a pickaxe. This is the same thing for the axe. You know, it's too big. It's part of the environment. So we think it will be very fun to see, you know, creative builds around them. So you can build a tree house. You can, you know, use them for decoration purposes. But also, if you want to cut down all the trees on the island, which, you know, we know some people will do because it's a survival game, then you don't have to feel bad of cutting all the forest, because you still have some very big trees that make it feel like a forest even after you've cut all the trees you can't cut. This also helps make bigger islands, bigger forest, whilst keeping the frame rate quite high, because, you know, this, if we wanted to have, like, to achieve this feeling of like canopy and, you know, size and blocking the player's view to feel like it's quite dense, then we would need like 5 or 6 trees, some bushes and everything. This is one asset. It's one asset, and it gives the feeling of being in a forest quite well. So yeah, they're pretty useful. These are really old, like lore-wise. They've been here for centuries, so they're not going down anytime soon. All right. So oh, and you'll notice some new VFX. So when you're in a cloud, or whenever there's a wind breeze, you'll see those little puffs of clouds on the ground. Maybe in the main area we can see them easier. They look really nice. I'll try to go here and show you. So we'll wait for the next breeze. But basically, you know, before we're blinded by the fog. Oh, there we go. So now it's just little puffs of clouds that go through the ground of the island. And these are to give you the feeling of going through the clouds without blocking your player's view. So we think it does a great job at that. Joseph was the one who made the VFX, and we're really happy with them. Oh, something else here. So some reishi mushroom. Awesome. So you'll notice that the stump here has some reishi stumps on them, and if I cut down the tree, here we go, it's actually tied to the stump itself. So even by cutting the tree, I now have a reason to want to leave the stump, because the stump will regrow reishi mushroom over time. I can even plant my own reishi mushroom as soon as I unlock the millstone. So I just grind the mushrooms, it makes inoculant, and with the inoculant I can inoculate the tree stumps to grow my own mushroom farm, basically. These are really helpful for the environment. These are not corruption mushrooms. You know, corrupted mushrooms are not corruption mushroom. They are corrupted mushrooms. They are mushrooms who were victim to the corruption and became, you know, large and gooey and strange. But inherently, mushrooms are really good for the ecosystems. So we wanted to have a good representation of mushrooms too, because, you know, with the recent games like, you know, Last of Us and stuff like that, I feel like mushrooms are becoming more and more like antagonized, but they're actually really good things. So with this new system, we'll be able to plant mushrooms, which have a purpose you'll see soon. But also for the ecosystem system that we're introducing, it will be really useful to plant these mushrooms. So all of that will be seen in due time, but I just wanted to briefly talk about that. Okay, so we saw also some here, sleeping bag. So we can sleep in the sleeping bags, and it's a way to quickly change the time of the day. So now we're back to morning. Yeah, I think it's morning. Before you unlock the bed, you know, because that can take some time. So let's explore here. It seems to be a basement of some sorts. And actually, it's quite more than a basement. So it's a whole cave. So let's go here. So this is what's fun with this new update. So we have tons of stuff to explore. That's not just natural stuff. You know, it can be ruins of people past. So we know here that, you know, what's that? That's a wood stockpile. We have some leaf stockpile. So clearly the woodcutter was hoarding resources and trying to gather as much as possible and storing it here. So some stones, awesome. We can gather stones. We have some hay. All right. So hay. Let's pick some of it up. Awesome. Again, all planks can be picked up. And a new page. Awesome. Piece of paper. You also notice that we have some seaweed baskets. So these are part of the shipwrecks, you know. And a lot of the people who lived here, you know, kind of gathered wood from the shipwrecks to build their structures, but also, you know, maybe pick some baskets along the way. And these serves as like small chests. So, okay. Resources. Small chest with some resources. Sometimes you'll find really fun stuff in them, but you know, it's just a fun gambling. Like, what will I get now? So see, I got a new tool here. So this is the torch, so I can equip it to like my way. All right. And right here we have a little instance of salt. So salt crystals are here to replace coal. So we previously had coal. Did I talk about it in this? No, I didn't. Okay. So we previously had coal, which is not really good for the environment, you know, to gather coal and burn it. And we wanted to change it for a while because we have a big environmental message. So we replaced it with charcoal. You'll see in a while. And charcoal is actually carbon neutral because all the emissions that are released when you burn it are actually what the tree had gathered during its life. So the tree is actually really good for the carbon. You know, it intakes a lot, but once you burn it, it just releases it. So you know, it's not really good to burn it because you're re-releasing the carbon, but it is neutral as if the tree never existed. So it's like, it's better than coal, and we do need some fire for cooking and stuff like that, so we have to take it somewhere. So charcoal, more environmentally friendly, and to replace it in cave, we have salt, which is really useful for a ton of stuff that I can't reveal yet. So what you see in this update is just a small snippet of what we've been working on. There's a ton more stuff that we can't show yet, but salt is useful for cooking and for some stuff later down the line that I can't tell you about yet. So I need a pickaxe for that. I don't have one yet. I won't, you know, make one right now. We'll see more salt later down the line. All right. So here in the little back alley, we can see that there's a gate that leads to somewhere else. We'll just follow that trail. Alright, so a little bridge here. Looks like there's something up there. But if we go around, there's a little cabin of someone who apparently like built a house out of boxes and a big ship. Okay. So more seaweed baskets. What do we get? Some small plants. Okay. And oh, interesting. So I'll add this right here. Oh, in my inventory first. So this is the sketchbook. So this is one of the progression methods I was telling you about. So we'll just see in a moment how it works. So I'll just pick it up here. Another piece of paper. A wore down workbench. I can't use it. And oh, look at that, a hammer. Awesome. I have my hammer. I can now build a house. Awesome. So you'll notice I don't have what I used to have. So there's only 2 frames here, as opposed to like 9 or 10 different ones. So I'm much more limited in that sense. Let's see here, some grass roofs, awesome. The trough because I got some hay, the workbench, and some stockpiles. Awesome. So I'll make the workbench here, and you'll see it's a new model. So the workbench and I think the sawmill, the flex brick, there were like a ton of technologies that were done a long time ago. and we've changed the art style since. So we wanted to make them look a bit more, stylized, cartoony-ish, painted a bit. So here we go. Less realistic workbench. Let's see what we can do. So 3 of these is for the hay, which we've already got. 3 of these is for the cloth. So let's make a cloth, or a few cloth, I should say. Now we have the basics, so the hammer, we can learn the sharp stone. With the sharp stone, we can make the axe. And with 2 sharp stones, we can make the pickaxe. So we changed the pickaxe recipe from wood, stone, sharp stone to wood, sharp stone, because overall it seems like it was the people's instinct. Like they thought that this was how you make a pickaxe, and it was blocking a lot of players in the early game. So why not make it what instinctively you think it would be? But you see the reishi here can actually be mixed with the leaf cloth to make leaf bandage. So you no longer can craft a bandage with 3 cloth. Now it takes reishi, which in real life reishi paste is actually can heal wounds. You can I don't remember exactly how you say it in English, but it can make the wounds heal faster, basically by hardening cicatriser la plaie. So yeah, there we go. We have bandage, and I'll make the pickaxe. Why not? Pickaxe. Here we go. Have the bandage. We have the cloth. Awesome. So yeah. Let's keep going. All right, little jump beat on here. All right, and one more here. So this is what I call the shipyard. So you'll see that we're certainly not alone to have crashed here. Seems to have to be like a lot of different ships here, and all of these have barnacles, but some are quite big. So clearly there's like some kind of it's been here a long time. It's been infected with barnacles, and where are those people is what we'll try to figure out. All right, so at the end here we've got a new chest. Let's see, some stones. Okay. What about here? New basket. Some basic stuff. And these are the baskets of people from the sea. So we'll mainly see. Get it? Some basic resources they had access to at that time. So a lot of water, a lot of dirty water, some wood, some seaweeds, stuff like that. Okay. So I'll go up here. And this is a new resource. It's the charcoal I was telling you about. So cut them down, and that's how I get charcoal. So I now have to explore the islands if I want to have charcoal in order to fuel my fire, and just do some cooking, do some torches, all the stuff that you need coal for. All right, a better hammer with 2 slots for trinkets. Cool. Little ladybug. I'll leave her alone. All right. So you have a way to go back to the forest here. But I won't right now. I'll just go here, up here. Little climbing challenge. So it's quite vast. I'm not stopping for everything, but you have quite a lot of little baskets to loot. Here's the chest. Awesome. So they left quite a lot of resource behind. Oh, sugar. Sugar is fun. A beetle? A little ladybug. What's it doing in here? Okay, so we added a fun little oddities settings on the chest, so sometimes you'll get something a bit weird, like a poop or a little bug that crawled in there. Okay. So I see some more charcoal here. I'll grab it. But also you'll see that this is the hole where we started. So clearly this is where we crashed. Through here, into the hole, and down there. Awesome. Okay. Another little ship. Looks like this one tried to survive here because we've got the campfire going on, a little sleeping bag, and more of this. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you is the sketchbook. So what's the best way to test the sketchbook? I think it might be at the cabin you had. Ah, knowledge stone. Okay, I'll grab that on the way too. Okay. So the sketchbook is this little book right here, and usually you craft it with charcoal and pages. I found it in a chest, but usually you craft it that way. So I'll just open it, and you'll see that as long as I hold right click, I can look at stuff, and it appears mostly gray, but some stuff is in yellow, like this stump here, this little table, maybe this bench, or these rounded frames. So I can look at something and click on it, and there you go. I learned the wood table. So you have a limited number of pages. You only get what you find on your exploration travels, and whenever you encounter a ruin, you can open it, seek any piece you don't already know, sketch it out, and now you learn it. So we thought this would be a very fun way of doing customization of buildings. So through exploration, you actually find the actual piece, and you can, character is inspired to sketch it out and reuse it later. But it's like in two parts, right? You need to find a page and you need to find a piece. And what that does is that you can actually control your progression a bit. Because here, I only have 2 pages left, and there are a lot of things I could sketch out. So I kind of need to choose what is important to me, what I want to sketch. So let's say this and the stump. So now I don't have any pages anymore. So even though I could have wanted to sketch that, I can't. I'll have to wait until I find it again or come back when I have more pages. And instead of giving me like the couch, now I get to choose, like within all these options, which one do I want most. So I think that's quite fun. In multiplayer, one can sketch the table, one can sketch the bench, and now we're a bit different. Alright, so, see, the reishi grew back, so I'll gather some more. Okay, so let's keep going. So there are a lot of things to explore here. I maybe will come back to them once we get the glider, because the main thing here is this little area. So this may have caught your attention earlier, but you'll notice some new assets. So these are what we call the vestiges. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's remnants of people past, and you'll see more of them at the top of the mountain. So old classic here, we have to break through with the pickaxe, so let's do that. Do a little combo here. There we go. Alright. And the little faces do an appearance as well, why not? Now we have some cool VFX of like, it's like a brazier, like flames, but it's actually like butterflies, like orange glowy butterflies that make that effect. We don't have it right now. I don't know if you're gonna have it for your version, but there's a lot of things to implement, and we don't always have time to do it all. Alright, so looks like we're above where we once were. Little waterfall beginning here. I just got some windstone, of course. Alright. And I unlocked. Oh, that's what I've got from the sketchbook. Awesome. Cool, and looks like I've got both the chair and the couch by scanning that couch. Okay. Hear some new music. There we go. How cool is that? We have a lot of new assets, so we can walk on like floating rocks that lead upwards. We have some pillars with engraved stuff on them. We have floating trees that look like they're dead. They've been like, decorated and placed on top of a stone thing. We have rotating wind discs in the distance that rotate with the wind. and the fresco here. So these are the new main progression mechanic. So the best technologies you'll find in the game are within those frescoes. So you'll have to explore the world. This one is free. They will usually be locked behind like some kind of gate that you'll need to open. And when I mean gate, I mean gameplay gate. Like you'll need some gear equipment to reach them. Maybe there will be a challenge for you to get to them. And they provide with a big reward in the form of a technology that will allow you to explore the world further. So the game will be about finding the next one, and there will be a lot of things that will be able to guide you to them if you wish to. But yeah, so that's the first one. They do have kind of a those salt lanterns kind of a style to them, so they glow in the dark from behind. And let's learn this. Let's see what this one has to tell. Alright, here we go. So, we learned the glider stand, which is new. These right here are like exploits, not exploits, that's a French term. These are memorable achievements of the people and things they wanted to tell by engraving those stories onto the slate. So this important achievement here was the first time that someone was able to glide with a glider. So it's nighttime. Let's just keep going. So we have the glider stand here. So I'll just rotate, build it, and you'll see that in the glider stand, which is a new thing, we'll be able to craft a new glider. So there's a lot of options. A lot of them are not implemented right now. Eventually we'll have all of them in. So the Oculus, we only have the basic one right now, but it's a special effect to give to your glider. It's the little circle here at the middle. So we'll have different ones with different effects. And the leaf, which is kind of the tier of your glider. So this is the leaf cloth. And as you unlock new cloth tiers, you'll be able to make new gliders. And you can mix and match the Oculus and the leaf. Cosmetic-wise, these are all placeholder stuff, but eventually you will be able to change the color, the secondary color, the pattern, the shape, and the trails. So fully cosmetic. We want to give some sort of from the get-go, some cosmetic options for the players. So if you're playing in multiplayer, we can have something a bit different about us, but a lot of them will be discovered through exploration as you play the game. So I need some more fabric here. Thankfully, there's a little working workbench here that's in much better condition, and I can actually use it to craft some cloth. And you'll see we have some new stuff to discover. So this right here is the sketchbook. So this is how I would have discovered it otherwise. This right here is a torch, if I didn't find it in the chest. And this right here is clean water. Awesome. So let's go back here, let's grab the glider, and from here you can manage your gliders, you can modify them, you can equip them. So I'll do that right here. There we go. So no longer will I have to go to my inventory and find a way to equip it. It's all written down in there. So the reason we've done that is because we needed a station to customize fully the glider, but also it was always our intent at the end of the first island to give the player somehow the glider. So currently in the previous demo, once you get to the top, you get the sawmill, which is not what you expected it to be. You thought you were going to be able to fly at that point, and it's quite disappointing. And a lot of players are like, sawmill, who cares? And they try to find another way to leave the island. So now that you get the glider stand, hopefully it will be more exciting. Oh, I can actually leave this place thanks to that. Looks like it's raining. I will be showing a bit more of the island, even though it is raining. So let's see. Oh yeah, a little song for gliding, huh? Oh yeah, about that. So it is pouring down. Okay, maybe I'll rest somewhere. So let me go here. Okay, I'll sleep the night. Still raining, but at least we see. So yeah, with the new, with a new update comes the removal of stamina. So stamina was a resource that you would lose when you ran, struck enemies, did powerful moves. And once you ran out of stamina, not much happened. You couldn't combo glide anymore, so you couldn't combo boost. And in combat, you couldn't do those powerful like leaps and heavy attacks and whatnot. It was like quite survival-ish. Like it was just a remnant of this is what we expect survival games to be. So let's keep it that way. However, we realized over time it was not really fitting of the Aloft. So in the Aloft, you don't have to eat. If you do, you get bonuses. You don't have to drink. If you do, you get bonuses. When you die, don't lose your inventory. It's a really feel-good game. And having to manage the stress of a resource that, because we wanted to feel good, there's no real consequence when you ran out of it, seemed quite odd. So instead, we replaced it with a momentum system. So you'll see at the bottom left, I only have a health bar, and underneath there's the momentum bars. So I'm currently having 2 full bars. So you get momentum by playing the game. So whenever I strike an enemy, I get momentum. Whenever I glide like really close to terrain, or whenever I go down or boost, I get momentum. And momentum is used for 3 things: sailing, gliding, and combat. So whenever there was an action that we were like, oh, when you run out of stamina, you can't do it. Now it's more when you have a momentum charge, you can do it. So instead of feeling like you are depleting resources that you started with, it feels like you're charging up for something cool. And if you're not charging up, it's no biggie. You also get stamina by playing instead of losing stamina by playing, right? So momentum, you get it by participating in the fight, and after some time in the fight, now you can do a powerful move. So you can rinse and repeat, right? Go fight some bad guys, get some momentum, do a powerful move. So this helps make it feel more like a resource management still, but kind of a game that rewards you instead of punishing you. So I'm saying all that because I wanted to have the storm pass, but also I wanted to show you the boost. So if I boost my glider, it's all good, nothing is spent. But if I want to combo boost, combo boost, combo boost, you see it consumes stamina, it consumes momentum when I do it. So as I'm gliding above here, you can notice that there are some wind craters, which is a new and fun asset of like stone being shaped by the force of the wind, or tornadoes or something. Who knows? So it's a bit mysterious, but cool assets to look from above and to populate the world of Aloft. We've also got here a little mining facility, like a quarry. So this is a fun thing we can do with the new weather textures and the new blocks. So in the editor, for those of you who like to create islands, you'll be happy to hear that we have some new assets. If the editor is available, I don't know if it is in the new demo. But these rocks here can be scaled up and down and can be used as terrain, but they're not actually island pieces. So we have more flexibility with them. And people here, looks like they actually dug too deep, so they dug through the island. Oopsie. Alright. Let's keep exploring. At the top here, we'll find a little, rack where we can find some stone pickaxes if we're not able to craft one. Alright. Oh, some tomatoes. Don't mind if I do. Tomatoes. Reishi mushroom. Alright, full of stuff here. Next thing here. Looks like that's where they stored their stone. Alright. And at the top here, we can actually do a little jumping challenge. Whee! On the stones. And go and get that chest. Awesome. Nothing much. We do have these baskets. Alright. Oh, okay. Cool. A little thing to water or soil. A bucket. Awesome. So you'll see that we also implemented the slope system. So before this, this would block you. So you would not be able to walk on top of it. You would just be stuck. But now, the character automatically climbs, you know, whenever there's like a small, I don't think this is too high, but yeah, it automatically climbs small steps. This is really useful for gaps in building, if you're building with beams as well, or just any small collider that could be frustrating before. Now is going to be like a breeze to walk on top of, like I'm doing here for those stones. I think these ones were great. Yeah, stuff like that. So it's not like an auto jump, it's just a small quality of life stuff. Alright, if we go here, we'll find a little cave that needs digging once again. So let's do that. Alright, I think I can go through here, right? Yeah. Quite dark. Let's slide our way up. More salt. So this is a good time to pick up that salt. Alright, because eventually we might want to do some cooking. Alright, that's here, another chest. Alright, so these chests are, you know, tutorial chests. They look the same, but they don't have all the loot of the game because we do want to keep some surprises. They can contain some very good stuff though. It's RNG, so maybe you'll be more lucky than me. So I export the top, some more blueberries, and you'll see that everywhere I go there's always some shipwreck pieces. So this island really seems to be like a hotspot for for people crashing down, and there might be a reason for that, but that's up to you to decide. Alright, so a new little building. Looks like a hermit because that's really far from everywhere. Oh, salt. So these salt crystals in the millstone, you can transform them into salt, like salt powder, actual salt. And it looks like we found some, so we won't have to do that for the first 2 meals we cook. Okay, let's hear. All right, so that's quite a beautiful view. So we see all the cluster here. It's quite nice, and looks like someone was quite an artist or a poet or something, because they have a little view here and they're writing down something. So with that piece of paper, maybe we can learn something. So this chair, this lantern, let's learn this one. Alright, leaf lantern. So now I can place down that lantern wherever I want. Pretty neat. Okay, let's keep going. So this is pretty much like the starting island. So we have this cave right here with the hermit place. We have the quarry with the building and the rack. We do have some other secrets, like right here behind. We've got another knowledge stone. So let's learn it. That's the bed, I believe. And we could have scanned this, but we don't have any pages anymore. If we go, a lot of little charcoal opportunities. I think around here, yeah, there's a classic hidden cave underneath. With a chest. Oh, stone face. Awesome. Some wood, but also some salt. And, you know, salt is really useful for cooking, but you might want to gather it even if you're not into cooking, because it does serve other purposes. Okay. So here we had the shipyard with the hidden cave underneath that led to the shack we found. Here we've got the pine forest with some more shipwrecks, the shack we found, some little floaty bits that maybe I go to just because there's a chest here. Awesome. Sharp stone, sugar, loads of stones. Cool. And then the fresco. That's pretty much it, right? That's the starting island. It's quite big. got loads of stuff to discover. Pretty much wherever you go, you'll be pretty much guaranteed to find something. But I think now it's time to just go ahead and explore the rest, right? Because we're already quite deep into the recording. All right, let's go. And speaking of momentum, by the way, these updrafts will now give you a ton of momentum, so you can boost away. All right. There we go. Okay, so more ruins. So a lot of people went here as well. Seaweed basket. Let's just pick some basic resources while we can. What is that? I know what it is, but you don't. Maybe. This anchor is actually part of the shipwreck of the area, but it's singing to me. So this is another knowledge tome style feature. So I learn it, and now I unlock the rudder. So these anchors will be much rarer than the knowledge stones, so you won't see a lot of them, except in the starting cluster. But basically, they will teach you everything related to sailing. So knowledge stones are for text, anchors are for sailing, and sketchbook and ruins are for building. So here we go. When we learn it, the little glowing everywhere stops, just like the knowledge stones, to let you know you've already learned it. All right. If we go here, find a new page, awesome. And there's some stairs here at the top. New chest with some fried eggs. Not sure they're good anymore, but why not? Okay. So let's see, a workbench, nothing new. But we do have the sketchbook, so there's the bench here that we saw again. There's the, oh, okay, that's interesting. The carpet and the little rope here. Oh, or we could learn all the round stuff. I do like a carpet though, so I'll learn that. And here we go. We've got the carpet, and then we've actually learned this one and the circle one as well. Okay, and the rudder, cool. Charcoal, let's learn that. Awesome. So, pretty dense forest. Let's just go forward. There's a path. I'm trusting the path. And this, I'm not sure if we're gonna have the same version. So we have a pretty cool feature, like a bronze door, that should stop your way here. It does not for me. Maybe it won't for you. It depends on the time we have to implement stuff. But yeah, here we go. We have a little entrance here, and this is another fresco. So normally you'd have, if we had the bronze door, you'd have to, you know, to work to be able to open it by finding a key somewhere in the cluster. But now we can just walk through it. So this one is underground. Looks like there were like other entrances we could have gone through. So let's walk this little path here. It's a different story, so let's see what it gives. Awesome. So this one is the helm. So no matter how much you explore the world, you'll need to come here eventually to learn the helm to be able to move your island. And even if you find the helm first, you do need to like go through the anchors to eventually find the sails to start moving. So this one is important, but you don't have to do it before or after anything else. Cool. So this one was the first time that they were able to move an island. So you can see have all the sails, all the stuff, and yeah. Isn't that fun? You can look at some certain parts and it will make a sound. Alright. And you may hear frogs. So through the new ecosystem system, it's hard to say ecosystem system, that we've implemented, there are now some more animals on the islands. So frogs, birds, and everything. We couldn't quite in time put them in, like visually. We have everything like the animations and all, but they are there. They are technically there, programming side. But pretty soon, next update, probably you'll be able to actually see them and interact with them and take little frogs in your hand. It's really cute. We might share the animations with you. Maybe, I don't know. I don't manage the marketing, but we'll see what we can do. All right. So here looks like it was leading somewhere, but the entrance to some kind of temple got, caved in. We do have a chest. Oh, piece of paper. That's a really good loot. I'll be able to unlock some more pieces. Awesome. So I'll just leave this place through here, because why not? So a little lush cave. Let's go through it. Huh, there we go. Another anchor. So this one is quite high. I'll probably go chest. Oh, that's a good chest. 3 sugar, 4 windstone, some stone, some soil, and some seeds for my tomatoes. Alright. Isn't that cool? Just listen to it, like, it's so deep, so mysterious. I really like it. Kyle did a very good job with all the music in the game, but yeah, I like this one. Alright, leaf floater sail. So we can now move up and down our island. We can rotate it. The only thing we need left is the sail to move it. So if we go up here, we can see the advantage of the elder trees. So we wanted to have kind of a open ceiling to that cave here, to have some proper lighting so it's not too dark inside. So it's open up here, but we didn't want players to like right away always enter from the top. Of course they can enter from the top, but we wanted the first experience to be like the one we had together. So the way we did it is we placed a lot of elder trees. So you see these big trees here. These are quite nice. From top view, they do quite a nice canopy. So we don't really see that much under. So even though there's not a lot of trees, so you'll see this looks quite dense, but if I fall down and come here, you'll see it's quite a sparse forest. But from the top, it doesn't look that way. So this is why we made what we call like beaches. So there are some open areas around the island where it looks like quite a good landing spot to land onto. So there's another one here, which actually will be our last anchor. So these are intended for a player to land onto because the rest seems to be too dense, and then they stumble upon anchor and the cave which leads to the fresco. So more page, nice. Some baskets. Oh, another sketchbook. We already have one. So okay. So let's learn that last anchor, and then we'll be set to sail. Alright, leaf gaff sail. So we changed the first sail you learned. The leaf gaff sail is the average one, so you don't have to be quite as precise to start moving around. Alright, so we'll go through that updraft to get some momentum. There we go. All charged up. And let's look at the fighting. Let's look at combat. So there's a corrupted island right here. Alright, So there are some things that changed in combat, but you may not notice them right away. So first thing, let's just get past these bombs. We don't want to get destroyed. Alright. So, the nodes are quite different. So, yeah, they have tentacles and they will attack you. So, they have different moves. So, an attack that you have to crouch. Oh, enemy. Oh, okay. So, they do quite a lot of damage. So, some attack you have to jump over. Oh, see, I couldn't time that right. So, some attack you have to jump over. Some you have to... this is not going well for me. Let's just do a bandage, eat the eggs, and eat some tomato. Some you have to crouch, and others you have to just avoid. So I'll just go here and destroy these little, like, cages, little baby nodes or something. Do it. Once you destroy them properly, you will have access to the center here, and you can attack that. Once it's destroyed, we go to stage 2, so we have more enemies. Ah! Okay. There's quite some range. There we go. Cool. So now all we have left to do is to go and destroy that last part. There we go. Now destroy the fruiting body, and we're good. There we go. Alright. So, cool. That was combat, at least the new nodes. We do have new enemies that I will want to show you, but for that we need to destroy more islands. So some blueberries, all good. Alright. Let's see what we can do. So there are some islands here. Oh yeah, that's a good example. This one. Alright. So, this is a good introduction to the ecosystem system. So you'll notice that this environment is really not doing great. So there are some dead trees, stumps everywhere, some thorns. The animals don't want to know anything about me. They do still poop though. And some spiky plants, broken stuff. So yeah, it's not doing great. So this is part of the environmental message we want to give, but also a bigger arc of the game in terms of objectives and goals. So to heal this environment, we can just examine like this little bone, dead bird maybe. A more diverse flora would provide enough food for critters to thrive. This right here. Introducing animals would rid this island of these invasive plants. So a lot of the things that are wrong about the island we can kind of learn by going around. And these restore this island's ecosystem to remove these. Okay. So what we can do is build a workbench right here. We'll need some rope for this recipe. Alright. And then with the rope, a page, and 2 of these, we have the field guide. So I do need like 1 more of these. There we go. And now I can make it. Okay, like this. So with the field guide, we can look and see what's wrong. So this is placeholder UI. We're still working on the sketchbook. So it says on the left, it says a lot of things that are missing. So tree amount looks like we're missing 3 trees to have enough for the island to be considered healthy. We're also needing 1 more type of flora because there's not enough to be thriving right now, and 1 more animal. So right now the localization is not yet done for those, so you will see like the in-game names. So animal, sheep, young. So we have 1 young sheep, 1 teen sheep, and 1 female adult sheep. We're missing 1 more to be healthy. There's enough insect diversity in the composer amount because this island specifically doesn't require some. Now we have a broken habitat, so we'll see what that means. And we have 2 sick trees. So if we do what's on the right and restore what's on the left, we'll be able to restore the island. And every time you see this, it's going to be a bit different. So this time it's these needs. All right, so let's do it. So we have, we need, let's see, here, we'll need a door tip, so I'll craft 1 quickly. And now, of course, we have a ton of new recipes. So we have the leaf bucket, we have probably the sickle, the sword. I think this might be the spyglass. Oops. Spyglass, yes. Okay, cool. So we'll take our axe and we will go chop down the trees. So these are sick trees. They will infect the rest of the forest if we don't cut them down. So it's good for the environment to remove them to get rid of the disease. And we'll obviously need to remove the stump as well to restore some of the ecosystem's vitality. Okay, if we go down here, we'll find another one. So let's get rid of this one. And the stump as well. Now, it did say something about broken habitats. So if I take my book here in hand, you will see highlighted in red what's wrong. I could have done that for the dead trees as well. So this is the broken habitat they are talking about. So if I go here, oh, I need some fabric. Let's go craft that real quick. Always in need of fabric. I never craft enough. Okay. And there we go. And we can restore it. There we go. So this is a birdhouse. So when I open this, you can see that in the animal amount, I fixed it because there's now a white bird inhabiting the island. So this was too destroyed. I repaired it, so I basically 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Repaired the broken habitat and brought a new animal to the island. Now what I need is more trees to plant and bigger flora diversity. So we will be able to do that in a moment. So first we'll need to maybe go somewhere else, maybe this island right here. For 2 reasons. So first, I do not... Oh, I was a bit too fast here. So first, I do not have any tree seeds. So I'll need to cut down some trees here. Eventually, I think the saplings, like those, the trees will have some seedlings that you can gather without breaking too much trees. For now, it's the only way to get some tree seeds. And this island has too much trees anyway. Alright, let's see. Will we get any seeds? Seeds, please! I don't know exactly what the drop rate is, but we might want to increase that. Maybe it will be increased in your version of the game. Let me take a note of that. So, higher seed drop. Because now with the new symbiosis system, you will need to plant more trees than you cut to restore the islands. So it makes sense to have more seeds drop. Okay. am I not getting any? Or do I only get some by gathering saplings, maybe? I think that might be the case. Let's see. Oh, yeah, twine oak seed. There we go. Maybe easier with the saplings. Another one. Perfect. Sapling here. Sapling. Oh, yeah, third one. I think that's all we needed, right? We needed 3 of those. Okay. Now, the other thing is the required flora diversity. So to have a diverse flora, we need to plant some plants, which we could not do before. We could only plant trees, but now we can. The thing is, we need to gather seeds from other flora, a bit like we did with the trees. And for that, we'll need a sickle. But we're out of rope, so to get the sickle, we'll need to go ahead and fight some more baddies. So let's choose an island. This one looks fine. And let's go fight. Oh, I said this one looks fine. It does look like the biggest island. Okay. Yeah, in that case, I'll just go to a different one. A bit of an easier one. Okay, this one has 2 nodes. 2 nodes is fine. We can do this. Oh god, alright. Already with all the enemies. This is always fun when it happens. Okay, this is a big node. Oh, I heard. Oh god, okay. Eating something. Ah! Let's see. Can I leap? Oh yes, I've unlocked the leap. Okay. Alright. With the leap unlocked, it might be a bit easier. Okay. I might also use the pickaxe. Oh, the door kip. I know the door kip deals quite a bunch of damage. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Alright, let's go inside. And I think that should be it for this one. Yes, there it is. Up/unlocked. Alright, that will make it even easier. Let's see. Oh, I'll let that explode. Woof. Okay. That's a big chain effect. It's going around the island, see? I triggered a chain. Alright. It keeps going. Okay, no, it stopped. Okay. Let's destroy this. Now, as soon as I destroy this one, a bunch of enemies will spawn. Let's run. Oh no! I got right into the node attack. Okay. So now might be a good time to try to make some bandages. Alright, so 2 for fabrics. And then this and 2 of those for bandage. Alright. Cool. Did I get... I think I got... yeah, I got my resource. So I can actually just grab the rope. And then rope, 2 of these and 1 of these. To craft my sickle. And gather the seeds I needed. Cool. So, with my sickle in hand, I can go around and destroy some small plants. This, and you'll see that I'm gathering some Emerald Isles wild seeds. So I'll just destroy a few more to get enough seeds. combo. Okay, there we go. That's more than enough, right? We have 8. That should be fine. So let's go up and return to our island, and we should have enough to restore it this time. Alright, I'll go here just for the momentum, but yeah, okay. Cool. Alright. And you'll notice that on this island, corn, it says restore the island's ecosystem before I can gather these. Okay, so I needed how much of each? So 1 diversity and 3 trees. So I'll equip this, and I'll equip this. So I can just plant the trees here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I have the 3 trees I needed. And for the diversity, I just have to plant a plant that's not already on the island. So this one was not already there, so I can just plant it, and there we go. It's restored. I also can plant, other bushes. I can switch between a ton of different plants that I want to plant. There we go. So this can be fun for, building a old garden or for your house. You can also plant like glowing plants if you like. Everything is possible. All right. So now the little animals, I can actually feed them. Oh, if they were not in a weird angle with the terrain. Here we go, Ruth. Will you bug out because of the terrain too? No, you're fine. Okay. So I can actually now feed and adopt the animals on this island. I can go on and gather and harvest the corn that I could not before. I also have access to caves that were completely overrun by thorns. So now I can enter these. I got the page, awesome. I can probably scan something here. So let's scan these lamps because they're pretty fun. And it looks like there's a knowledge stone here. Oh. So go ahead and gather it. Campfire, awesome. And let's keep going. We have some salt here. Let's gather it. This was also blocked by thorns. And then at the very top, those who played the previous demo may recognize this island and know that there's a chest up here. So chest was also surrounded by thorns, so we could not access that chest. So now if I go here, a very good bandage, some seeds for my next island, some leaves, and also a field guide if I didn't have one already. Alright, so this island is restored. Now, in the long term, this will be part of a bigger objectives. So the goal is to restore the world, right? So a few islands will require you to heal them through symbiosis, and you will get better and better and quicker at it too. So instead of having to go on a quest to heal that specific island, you'll have all the tools you need to restore it on you. So the goal will be to restore islands as you pass through them, and as you restore more and more islands, you will complete a bigger objective. I don't think I can tell you anything more, but I can tell you it's really, really cool, and we can't wait to show you like screenshots and insights of it. But yeah, as you restore islands, you participate in these bigger objectives, which comes with great rewards and a long-term, end game goal. So it's kind of a fight between corruption and you. Corruption will be able to grow back on unhealthy islands. So if you go around and destroy all the trees on an island without planting them back, you might see that island becoming corrupted, and that doesn't fulfill the bigger objective anymore. So you have to be careful. We're trying to do it in a way that's not too grindy or bothersome, but more of a fun and engaging way to think about your survival experience. We also have what was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a lot of rewards that will be locked like on a per island basis. And yeah, I'll like circle back to my thought. Okay, so we held this island. Now we did have, let's see, we did have an island to finish uncorrupting. So let's do that. It was right there, yeah. Oh. There it is. Okay. Continue where we left it. Alright. Oh, we were so almost done. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's healed. Alright. So let's see what this island has. So this one is healthy, as you see. Perfect. Sketchbook in hand. Let's go explore this part right here. So, looks like this person was making gliders. A lot of leaf stockpile here. Oh, I do like this lantern. Let's learn this. Oh, another page in case there's something else I want to learn. Oh yeah, maybe the round structures. Wooden wall, rounded. And it's not as if you have to unlock every piece all the time. So here I unlocked all the rounded walls with one page. I don't need like to learn the small one and the big one, so they're kind of packaged oftentimes. Here we go. We have the campfire also. Cool. And an axe. I already have it. All good. So this looks like this forest was man-made. So we have stumps, but before that they're big, quite small, and very small here. So it's kind of a cycle of looks like a production of tree, maybe to make some cloth and make some gliders. All right, and this is a trope. We'll see that a lot of the corrupted islands have structures on them or signs of exploitation, which, as with the the ecosystem thing we saw earlier, there's a correlation between weak ecosystems that were exploited and corruption coming to it. Oh, lots of chests here. So, okay. What do we have here? Some seeds, windstone, sugar, a page. Nice. Here. Alright, cool. So I'll just return real quick to the house because I wanted to learn these frames. There we go. Okay. What else can I show you? Maybe I want to show you... let's go through a few more islands. So this is to show that corruption spreads. So we have a fully corrupted island here, and this island right here is not corrupted, but if we open the field guide, we see that there's fruiting bodies. So corruption is starting to grow here. So we can just remove the signs of corruption, and you see the ground that was dark is slowly coming back to a beautiful green. There we go. And also there's some other stuff that needs, so tree amount, flora, diversity. So we should be able to do that, right? We have all this stuff. We found in chests some more tree seeds. So tree, okay. And some... Okay, there we go. Some wild seeds. So this one, this one, this one. Why not this? Okay. Oh, we do need one more tree. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll come back to it. Or we won't, because the live stream should end soon. But yeah, alright. So this is done. Now, what else can we see? I want to showcase like the nice... Okay. I think what we need is more knowledge tones to be able to really showcase. I think cooking is a thing that has changed that I want to show. So maybe we'll go here, but I'll just want to craft maybe a sword first. Sword would be nice, right? Okay. I'll just go here. Oh yeah, ha, that's fun. Okay, so I'll just build a bed real quick. Of course, I need fabric. Who would have thought? Okay, so let's make fabric. Let's make a few. Let's keep the button down. All right, that's good. That's enough. So let's make a bed here. Set home and sleep. How beautiful! Sunsets are sunrises are really pretty. So you may recognize this island, right? We called it a rainbow island because there's a ton of crops, ton of stuff. Now, of course, the content has been streamlined, but yeah, beautiful island. Now, I did some changes to it because I know a lot of people like this island. So if we go here, it is now sailable. It's small enough to be sailed. So for those of you who like this island and always wanted to sail it, now you can. There are a few islands of that nature, I think. The island we just cleansed, the one that is usually the second one of the demo, used to not be sailable as well. I think now it is. Let's see. This one, I think I made it sailable. Oh no, I did not. Okay, well, maybe it will be in your version. Maybe I have time to change it. Maybe not, we'll see. Okay, so what I wanted to do was a sword because I desperately need it. So sword, I would require one more rope. Can do. And some more sharp stone. Alright, so sword. Why not? Spyglass. Okay. Let's equip the sword. Let's make sure our bandages are close by. Eat some tomatoes. Corn is good, but I don't want to waste all my corn. Alright, let's go fight. Oh, maybe I can charge my momentum here. Here we go, almost fully charged. So you may recognize this island. It has somewhat changed since the last time you saw it. Alright. Let's destroy this. Oh, I can destroy both of them at the same time, it seems. Alright. So this one is a smaller one, so we can actually scale these up and down without, you know, impacting the gameplay, which is fun. Okay. Ground pound unlocked. Awesome. Oh, that's a big one. Always satisfying to do good ground pound. Oh. A lot of enemies. Up with you in the air. Oh. Great. And I'm hoping maybe we'll be able to see that new enemy I was telling you about. So let's keep exploring and let's try to find it. Oh, there it is. Alright. So these are the cowards. So if you chase them, they will run away. Oh my god, okay, I'm getting destroyed by these, but he may as well. Oh. Yeah, okay, got hit. So these are quite weak creatures, but they will throw stuff at you. So in bigger combats, when you're fighting guards, you may not notice that you're getting, you know, attacked by by these. And they're quite cowardly, quite easy to kill. There we go. But they're quite silly. I think they're fun. I like them. Okay. Alright, let's destroy these. So we do have more enemies that are almost ready. Oh, guard here. But I don't think we have any of them quite ready enough for this update. Maybe the next one though. The way they ragdoll when they die, it's so funny. Okay. And by the way, these oh, some wood I can gather. Oh my god, where did you fall from? Oh, is this? Huh, this would need to be fixed. What is this? Quite strange. Okay. I'll fix that. Let me take a note of it. Floating shrooms. So I'm testing I'm doing an earlier build than you. So normal that you find some bugs. You may not encounter them yourself if you have time to fix them. It's been quite a week. Working a lot on this update. There's so much content that we need to like have polished and finished in time. Alright. Oh no! I should have seen my health being so low. Okay. Now I know. Now I know. Okay. Let's heal myself. Eat some blues. And yeah, and let's go back to battle. It was the last corruption node. Yeah, there are some floating assets. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'll adjust that. All right, here we go. I'm here for my revenge. Okay, let's do this. Poor coward. Did it. So, island is cleansed. However, it's not in a very good shape. If you guys remember this island, that's probably not how you remember it. It's actually a pretty low state of symbiosis. And we have fruiting buddies on the island as well. So, this island has seen some rough days. You can see that there's all the trees are cut. The ones that are not cut are completely sick. We also have, you know, a lot of workbenches, sawmills. Looks like they're exploited this place. So let's try to help it by. Oh, do I not have my axe anymore? Oh, I don't. Okay. And this here. Okay. So let's cut down the sick trees. There we go. Oh. Is it? I think the collider might not be working. Oh. Okay. A little bug. We'll fix that bug. No worries. Okay. So, all right. A lot of stockpiles. Some chests. We have stone. Oh, a lot of stuff. And a sword. Some tree seeds. Salt. Okay. A stale meal. They were not eating good. Oh, and some traces of corruption left. There we go. Okay, that should help the item. Cool. So some loot, some stuff. We've got another. Oh, I hear knowledge stone. Oh my god, this is where they kept their axes. It looks like. And this is the only living tree on the whole island. Some, just like memories, some things are better once shared. Cooking plate. All right. So you see that this island, was exploited by people, which is quite sad. But there's a funny part of it. I think when I made this island at like 3 a.m., I was like, oh, you know what could be fun? Stalls for bathroom, and you know what we can put manure down the holes. Yeah, storytelling, am I right? Okay. So yeah. Now I do want to showcase something. So we have the campfire, we have the cooking plate. Start the fire. We did find some sugar, some salt. Oh, there's one thing we haven't took. So if we use it, yeah, okay. There's some resources we need. So there are some new recipes. Well, limited recipes because the crops we previously had, we had like 11 crops in the demo. They were like kind of for this biome, but also for future biomes. So we kind of reworked the content to make sure we only show what's for the Emerald Isles. So we have new crop that will appear in the Emerald Isles, such as the sugar beets and stuff like that. But this is more of a accurate selection of what you'll get. So we can make with these. I'll actually feed the fire if I have already. So salt, water, and tomato. What do we get? We get tomato soup. Awesome. So tomato soup, 32 HP, 18 minutes, more momentum, and more resources. Pretty good. We can also do 2 corn and 1 salt. This is for everyone who tried it with 3 corns in the previous demo and got nothing. So this is for you guys because so many people wanted it. Corn on the cob. We have corn on the cob. So this icon may be changed in the future. I did it myself in Photoshop by like tweaking the corn icon, like this one. Just taking the top part of it and then like trying to mimic the style to do the bottom part, adding some burnt parts, butter at the top. It's my artist skills. Don't judge them. Kenzie will make it better. But there we go. We have corn on the cob. There are 2 more recipes I want to show you guys. But for that, I will need wheat. Let's see, where would that be? I'm pretty sure there's an island nearby that has that. Where would it be? Is it this one? I think it might be that one. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. So there's an island I call the Cooking Island. You'll see why. Oh, I thought this jet stream was before the island. Alright. Whee! Oh! I'm at home? Home is there. What are you talking about? Okay. Whew. So, here we go. Little... Oh, we got some eggs here. Sketchbook page. Oh, interesting. That's very lucky. That's very rare. I'll be able to showcase it. Oh, I'm already full of stuff. So, let's add a cooking plate here. Use it. And you can see that in our known recipes we have those. I need to start the campfire. Okay. So I'll just give the wheat. Is it called wheat? Give wheat plant. Give plant wheat. Give wheat seeds. give seeds wheat. I think maybe give seeds will give me the seeds of what I need. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Although if I only get the seeds, because I want to show you guys the other recipes. Maybe I'll just go in creative mode. Before I do, I want to show you this right here. Gourmet recipes, instruction on how to cook a delicious meal. So this is a new thing you can find in chests. When you click E, you will learn a cooking recipe. So apple crisp, which is not a recipe we currently have in the game. So I'll fix that before your version, but it should teach you a recipe that you have access to. If you already know that recipe, it will be a gourmet version, which means that it will be like much better, basically. So even if you know all the recipes, even if you're a cool kid, you still get an advantage from getting those scrolls because you get the gourmet version. Okay, so I'll go to creative mode because I want to show you. Here we go. I'll just remove all the little new pop-ups. Okay. Okay, there we go. So, let's do chestnut seed, sugar, and water. So with these 3 ingredients, we get, let's see, the marron glacé. There's a weird bug with the the font, but basically these are candied chestnuts. They're called marron glacé because they're from France, I believe. So yeah, from chestnut seeds. How cool is that? Okay, and then we can make blueberry, the wheat plant, and some salt, I believe. Let's see. And I'm pretty sure everyone will despise this recipe. Oatmeal! How cool is that? We've got oatmeal in the game. It's not a meme anymore. You guys did it. You did it. Who thought? Huh? Who would have thought? So there we go. Some of the meals we can make. We can also make blueberry flour sugar. Make because we limited the crops. There we go. There's also a limited number of recipes. So these are the 5 recipes we can make now. So I believe, yeah, the corn, the cob is the best one, but you need corn, and corn is only on unhealthy islands. We need to restore them. So corn, and let's do oatmeal. Why not? So there we go. Corn and oatmeal. What a big health bar. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys. Sailing an island is the same as before, so I won't be showcasing that. You already know how that works. Yeah, we've got some new machines. So here, I'll just showcase quickly. I think these will not be in the demo because they are, they are not in Emerald Isles. But if I do time 12, you can see that we've got new looks for them. So this is the loom, this is the flax break, and this is the millstone. So they've got a new redesign, a bit like the workbench. All right, yeah. Everything else is good. There's a lot of there's some new decoration pieces that you haven't found, that you haven't seen yet in previous demos. You'll have to explore the islands to find them with the sketchbook. And yeah, overall I think there's like 23 islands to explore in this cluster. So obviously I didn't show them all, but you will be able to. So that's pretty much it for the new demo, or the new stuff I wanted to show you guys. We've got symbiosis, we've got new enemies and nodes, we've got new cooking recipes, we've got tons of like shipwrecks, anchors, the sketchbook, the frescoes, the ruins. So a lot of cool stuff to find. We might not update the demo much until release because we're getting close. It's 2024 after all that we said. So we're hoping that this is just a more confined demo, by the way. So at some point we had to make a difference between what the demo is and what the actual game is, because the demo will stay for a while. So we made the choice to do a more condensed demo. So a lot more islands in the starting cluster, a lot to do, but to remove the other islands for the rest of the world, so that we can actually maybe expand upon that first cluster at release with the rest of the world, with the rest of the content. So like, apologies for everyone who is used to like a demo with 500 islands, but we thought it was time that we actually make this a demo in preparation for the full release. So we kept the bigger demo as long as possible. Also, we have we're enabling multiplayer to test it out, see how it works. I don't think we're keeping it for too long. So enjoying while it's there. I'm not the one who's making those decisions, so I don't know what's gonna happen with multiplayer. So I guess we'll have to see. So yeah, there's also less crops and everything, but we have more decorations to discover. So we're trying to give more of an accurate experience of what the starting cluster will be. So obviously in the game, in the full game, you want to discover everything about the game in the first 10 islands. You won't discover all the crops. So this is more of an accurate representation of the first few hours of the game. And then there's a lot to discover for the rest. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little stream. If you have any questions or comments or want to chat with me, hop onto the Discord and I'll be happy to answer you. Yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think of the new demo. I'll be at Los Angeles until the 11th. But this demo this live stream will run for the duration of the next fest, I think. So maybe I'll be back by that time and we can play together because it's multiplayer. So I'll be glad to join your games. All right, see ya, guys. Bye bye.